A verdant forest passes the train window as Xavier and I make our way back to where we once fought together. Our stop is approaching. I pull out the invitation I got a few days ago and flip through it once more. Dear Miss Princess and Mr. Xavier, to thank you for your remarkable efforts in eliminating the Wanderers from our estate, we would like to invite you to our hot spring resort for the ribbon-cutting ceremony that will commemorate our grand reopening. I wonder how different it'll look since they rebuilt it.
I hope that 100-year-old shop is still around. I also heard the food here is famous. I think this trip will be fun.
There's genuine excitement in his voice and a glimmer of anticipation on his face. I can't help but poke his cheek. So that's why you grabbed the invitation and dragged me along on this trip. You just
No.
wanted to eat the food.
Why would I do that?
Xavier shakes his head and leans in a little closer.
The food is just a bonus. As for the real reason...
He takes the invitation from my hand, his slender fingers making me focus on our names that are printed next to each other.
I wanted to come back here with my one and only partner.
The ribbon-cutting ceremony will take place in a few days. We've already sent the itinerary and your luggage to your room. This is our famous hot spring. It's excellent for letting your worries drift away. You can use it whenever you want.
Once the manager finishes showing us around the resort, he leaves. It's already dark outside. The events that happened after we arrived flew by like a whirlwind. Only when the hot spring's warm water laps at my chest do I feel as though we're on a trip. This is nice. I can feel my fatigue disappearing.
You sound more at ease, too. But if we're supposed to be relaxing, I think we're sitting too far away from each other.
We're close enough that I can reach him without even trying. To prove my point, I grab his hand and wave it in front of his face. We're basically pressed up against each other.
In other words, there's still space between us.
Before I can say anything, he continues to speak.
I want to hold you in my arms while we're in the hot spring.
Huh? Xavier looks just as startled as I am. He raises his hand to cover his mouth, but words keep spilling out.
That's not what I meant. I'm saying I want to hold you.
Did the water do something to you? Panic flickers in his eyes, but he quickly composes himself.
I can't resist the urge to talk about things I never intended to say out loud.
Are you okay? Does anything feel weird?
Physically speaking, no. But the emptiness in my chest...
Is this what the manager meant by letting all your worries drift away? Intrigued, I lean in to get a closer look.
Why do I feel like you're really happy about this?
Of course. If you're not uncomfortable, then doesn't this mean now's my chance to learn about all of your secrets? The more I think about it, the more thrilling it sounds. I'm already thinking about the questions I can ask first.
I guess I'm going to be interrogated tonight.
Haha, you're correct. Are you prepared? To tease him, I poke his chest, and then Xavier grabs my hand.
I don't need to do that. What you should be asking is, are you ready to interrogate me for the entire night? Be quiet. Don't wake her up.
Sunlight has barely touched the sky when birdsong wakes me up. Opening my eyes, I see Xavier and the birds perched outside the window are engaged in what looks like a serious discussion. Are you negotiating with them? Xavier settles down next to my pillow. There's a hint of annoyance in his voice.
Unfortunately, the birds aren't really cooperative. I was hoping you could sleep in a little longer.
I sit up while the round pretty birds keep chattering outside. Xavier, don't you think the birds here look more vibrant than the ones back home?
They're also larger than what we normally see. If they aren't overeating, then they might be affected by a protocore's energy fluctuations in this area. Like me.
We reached out to Nero last night and told him about our current situation. His preliminary findings point to a certain protocore being the culprit. As nice as it is to know what you're really thinking, it might be a problem if everyone gets a front row seat to your thoughts. Maybe the locals can fix this?
We could ask them, but it's still early. Why don't we relax for a bit before heading out? I want to have more alone time with you.
Like you want to sleep some more? Or you want to hang out? I don't know what you want exactly.
You don't need to guess. I want both.
Xavier buries his face in the crook of my neck and nuzzles me.
Cuddling with you like this. I always wish I could do it every day.
That afternoon, Xavier and I walk around. We do some window shopping until we find an old clinic that claims to treat any unusual ailments. It's almost empty, and even the sign looks like it hasn't been replaced in years. Strange ailments, traditional remedies.
Don't get your hopes up. I doubt they can cure someone who can't keep their mouth shut.
Before Xavier could continue, the old doctor idly sitting inside perks up at his words and hurries over to meet us.
Can't stop eating, huh? I've treated plenty of cases like yours.
The old doctor nods knowingly and waves his hand. He's already writing a prescription.
It's the same story every time. One dip in those hot springs and everything goes out the window. Take a few doses of this, and I promise you won't crave a single bite.
Doctor, I can't stop revealing what's on my mind.
Huh? Well, that's a new one. Well, try this anyway. The nausea will be so bad you won't be able to get a word out.
Before the doctor can pile on more questionable remedies, I grab Xavier and quickly leave. We didn't find anything to remove the protocore's effects, but the old doctor gave us some suggestions. The problem is, his treatments can hardly be called legitimate.
Maybe we can try something I once saw in a book. When a spell transforms the protagonist into something else or makes them fall into a deep slumber, true love's kiss can save them.
You're currently thinking about fairy tales?
This isn't the first time, but coming up with excuses is usually a hassle. Isn't it normal to think about these things when you have someone you like?
Are you actually using the hot spring side effects as an excuse too? A phone call interrupts our conversation. Xavier shoots an irritated glance at my phone.
I got some info about those symptoms you mentioned yesterday. The energy fluctuations from the protocore impair one's cognitive self-control. They should be gone after a few days. I couldn't contact Xavier, so please let him know. Bye.
If it's not serious and will get better on its own, then maybe I can use this as a chance to peek into Xavier's heart.
Was it the association? I don't want work taking you away from me.
I glance at Xavier, who's been shamelessly letting his true thoughts reveal themselves. I feel like teasing him. That was Nero. He said this condition might be permanent. Apparently, the only way to treat the symptoms is to confess your feelings for me 10 times a day. Xavier raises an eyebrow. He's not convinced at all.
According to whom?
According to the research, obviously.
Oh, you have the citations ready?
Xavier slightly leans down, and his gaze meets mine.
I might be the one revealing what's in my heart, but the true intentions in your heart are easy to see.
With the Xavier navigation system as our guide, we track down the century-old hidden gem he remembered. Once we take a seat, the restaurant owner enthusiastically takes over the grill. He shows off some impressive skills. But before he can finish his performance, the meat starts to turn black. The faint scent of something burning reaches our nose.
I don't think it should look like that.
But Xavier and I don't mind trying new flavors. We bite into our food. It tastes exactly as strange as we feared. The restaurant owner is nearby, his hopeful gaze watching us. I rack my brain in an attempt to find a compliment. This dish, from its scent to its flavors and appearance, they're novel.
Actually, the color is unappealing, the smell is awful, and the flavor is beyond description.
You don't like it?
Oh no, I forgot that Xavier can't control his thoughts right now. The other diners glance our way, and I steel myself to back up Xavier's assessment. Yeah, it's not that tasty. That's when we realize everyone else has been holding back their complaints. Our honesty has opened the floodgates, and the customers start chiming in.
I'm so sorry. I just took over. Tell you what, since everyone's unhappy, let me whip up my own special creation.
The new dish arrives a few minutes later, but to our disappointment, it's not any better. Xavier is about to open his mouth, so I quickly cover it with my hand before he can destroy whatever's left of the well-meaning restaurant owner's spirit. It's an improvement. We'll take it from here and grill the rest ourselves. The restaurant owner lets out a sigh of relief and walks away while looking reassured. Xavier exhales.
Holding that in was awful. I almost couldn't stop myself from saying more.
It's okay. I'll speak for you if we find ourselves in that situation again.
Will you actually say what I'm thinking about?
Absolutely. I'll be honest and accurate when conveying your true feelings. Xavier nods and smiles. Then he leans in and lowers his voice.
You should skip out on being my spokesperson for today's meal.
Why? Xavier prods the grilled meat with his chopsticks, his expression the epitome of distress.
Because it's genuinely awful.
Recently, there have been rumors about a nearby wheat field that aliens supposedly appeared on. I had to ask Xavier about it.
A wheat field with aliens? It sounds like make-believe.
What if one of your friends is doing it as a side gig?
Then I need to ask them why they bothered to visit Earth in the first place.
Despite his complaints, Xavier still tags along to check out the wheat field with me. When we arrive, we only find uneven stalks and a wooden cabin in the distance. Here's your status report, Captain. There's no soul in sight and zero evidence of extraterrestrial activity.
There's another possibility. You might be standing on the evidence that suggests there were aliens.
I hop back and look down, but the only thing casting a shadow over the wheat is Xavier. Are you saying I stepped on your shadow?
I'm talking about the patterns that were created on the ground.
I look at where he's pointing. There's a huge, typical UFO-shaped crop circle. It's so obviously fake. How has no one called out the wheat field's owner?
We can report him later. Should we scare him first?
We could, yeah. But did this like the truth side effect make you a little more childish? Xavier leans in as if to study my face. Then he lowers his head and quietly smiles.
I've noticed how bored you were these past few days. Why else are you interested in uninteresting rumors? I can also see how worried you are. But I think you just want me to reveal more truths.
He's reading me like an open book, and I can't take it anymore. I gently shove him. Okay, that's enough. You don't need to say anything else. However, Xavier continues his relentless
I
attack.
can only reveal what's on my mind, though. Whatever pops into my head gets blurted out. You really care about my feelings. Of course I have to keep an eye on your emotions. So, are we going to do a weird little prank? It might be fun.
At night, Xavier and I wear hoodies with green antenna and return to the wheat field. We're ready to give the owner a good scare.
Stay close to me. I'll let you borrow my evil.
I use this as a chance to link arms with Xavier. We teleport to the cabin in short bursts. The cabin lights cut through the darkness as we get closer. The wheat field's owner is near the window. He locks eyes with us.
Wait, aliens aren't real.
Xavier and I teleport to the window. The owner freezes and nothing leaves his mouth.
But I'm an alien.
What goes around comes around. Scammers are no exception.
Aliens are blunt.
What's wrong? You didn't like that?
We use Evol to scare him a few more times. He quickly promises to stop being a scammer. Mission complete. We leave the cabin and Xavier pulls back his hood. He smooths out my messy hair. I can't believe we actually scared him. We're not as frightening as a wanderer, right? Xavier just smiles and puts his hood on again.
He's obsessed with aliens. Of course he'll think he actually met some.
In the middle of the night, Xavier snaps his fingers as we stand on the wheat field. There's a soft golden light under his face. Looking at Xavier in his alien outfit, I pat his antenna. Yeah, this alien isn't scary at all.
An alien who's actually terrifying wouldn't have the word scary written on his face.
Xavier wraps an arm around my waist and pulls me closer to him.
The first thing he'll do is catch you. Then he'll devour you.
He's not trying to scare me, but right now, everything Xavier says is what he actually feels. Hold on. Humans don't taste good.
That's weird. You smell delicious to me.
The resort's grand reopening is just around the corner. The manager invites us to join the other guests at a bonfire party before the big day. In front of the crackling bonfire, the crowd gets rowdy and decides to play truth or dare. I lean towards Xavier's ear. Should we think of an excuse and sneak off?
Are you worried about me?
What if you say some words that you'll regret for the rest of your life?
I don't say things I regret.
Are you sure? I thought you wouldn't like crowded places, given your current state.
I can't do anything else. My partner is here after all. In the worst case scenario, I'll choose dare.
The game progresses quickly, then it's Xavier's turn. Picking out a written prompt from the container, Xavier quietly studies it.
Truth. If you had to say one thing to the person you like, what would it be? Dare. Perform the bunny hop.
I wait eagerly for Xavier's choice, but to my surprise, he suddenly turns to face me.
I choose truth. When you're with me, I feel at peace.
As the game continues, the dares increase in difficulty.
Truth. Share a secret you'd never tell anyone. Dare. Hold hands with someone here and maintain eye contact for 10 seconds. I choose dare. Can you help me out, partner?
For some reason, the longer the game goes on, the more likely Xavier keeps picking dare. even when truth is the easier option.
The next dare is opposite day. You need to say the opposite of what you mean to your teammate. Partner, I need your help again.
I don't know what to do. What could help him complete the dare when he can only speak the truth? But the countdown for penalties keeps ticking. Then a simple idea appears in my mind. I like you. When the words leave my lips, the noise around us seems to melt away. Oh no, doesn't this mean he has to say he dislikes me? But the bonfire flickers behind him. The flames dance, and I see his smile as he says,
You like me.
That's not even the opposite.
The opposite of I like you is literally you like me.
Once the party ends, everyone returns to the resort in small clusters. Recalling the tricky dare from earlier, I reach out and stop Xavier, who's ahead of me. Wait, here's a bonus truth round for you. Xavier pauses and turns to face me. Why did you keep picking those tough dares near the end? Even if I can guess the answer, I want to hear it from him.
Haven't we already said those answers to each other countless times? Besides, these truths are things I'll only say to you.
At the resort's grand reopening, Xavier and I clasp hands and cut the ribbon together. Reporters immediately approach us.
As the hunters who took part in the resort rescue, could you describe how difficult it was to fight the Wanderer?
Difficulty is subjective. From our perspective, the mission was still manageable. I'm still thinking about what to say next when Xavier seamlessly picks up where I left off.
For us, the real challenge was ensuring the residents and historic buildings nearby stayed safe when the Wanderers attacked.
Phew, it's good that these questions are easy. A few more rounds follow, and Xavier answers the questions without missing a beat.
One more thing. Do you have any fun memories from experiencing the rebuilt resort?
Recalling our strange adventures, I tense. Xavier might accidentally reveal what he really thinks.
It was enjoyable, but I can't provide a detailed answer about our private itinerary. We have other matters to attend to. I'm sorry.
A reporter tries to pry, but Xavier offers a courteous nod and smoothly wraps up the lengthy interview. Once we're back in our room, I think about how well Xavier handled those reporters. Something's not right. Can you control your words now? Do you feel better? Xavier smiles as if he's been expecting this.
I think it disappeared last night. I was wondering when you'd notice.
Ah, looks like I can't hear your true thoughts anymore. Wait a second. So, everything you said this morning?
Are you talking about when I said I like you? I remember you saying you wanted 10 confessions a day.
And everything else?
You're beautiful when the sunlight shines on your face. I don't want to get up. I just want to stay in bed with you forever. Or are you talking about the stuff I said after?
How can you say these things with a straight face when you're no longer affected by the energy fluctuations? Sensing my shyness, Xavier intertwines his fingers with mine.
Maybe it's because I got a lot of practice in saying the truth. Besides, your reactions are always cute.
This feels oddly familiar. I raise a hand to stop Xavier as he leans in. You haven't just gotten better at it. You're bolder, too.
You don't like it?
While I'm still thinking of a retort, Xavier wraps his other arm around my waist and pulls me closer.
It's easy to guess what you're really thinking about. For example, your expression is basically saying you really like this. So, are you going to be honest or not?
From beyond the mist comes the sound of Xavier sighing.
Can you see me better now? Don't move. Let me try this.
What happened? The mist fades, and Xavier's gaze becomes clearer.
Why do I keep getting ads? I wonder if there's a way to make my phone stop working temporarily.
Do you also get them? The local attractions need to update their marketing tactics.
I didn't read them, but I noticed your phone lit up at least 5 times. I guess none of them caught your attention.
You notice that, even with all this steam around?
I'm sensitive to light.
Why do I feel like you just made up an excuse?
Okay. The truth is, I've been watching you this whole time, but you didn't notice. Is your hunter's watch more interesting than me?
I think I sense a hint of danger in the air. I'll only look at you when we soak in the hot springs from now on. Maybe I'll give you a little poke to make you crack a smile.
I like the sound of that. And I lied about being sensitive to light. But if you keep poking me like that, I might actually become sensitive to your touch.
Xavier's figure is veiled by the mist.
Oh, I have a special surprise for you. Give me a moment.
Why is it chilly? I'll meet up with Xavier. The mist fades and Xavier's gaze becomes clearer.
A heavy mist covers the area. Mysterious sounds echo from the depths of the hot spring. A figure flickers in and out of focus.
Who's there?
Huh? It's you.
No, it's my shadow. Ha ha, nice try scaring me.
I thought we were playing a guessing game.
I've heard a ghost story about a spirit trapped in a
I
hot
was looking
spring.
for something thrilling to read, but your story is scarier.
You're telling ghost stories now.
It's not that scary. It's just a mysterious figure heading into the hot spring.
I suddenly feel a chill behind me.
Don't be scared. The glowing figure only wants to get closer to you.
On second thought, your story isn't really scary.
What kind of story do you want me to tell?
How can a talented novelist ask his reader for the answer?
You're the only reader I want. Why can't I ask you?
So, Mr. Xavier's ambitions for his readership are surprisingly modest.
I only want to see your reaction when I scare you. Although this aspiring novelist's story reserves are limited, will this reader still hide in my arms when there are no scary stories?
Xavier seems to be standing just beyond the mist.
Can you see me better now? Don't move. Let me try this.
He feels different. He wants to tell me something. I can't wait to see his face. The mist fades and Xavier's gaze becomes clearer.
Eye contact, holding hands, hugging. Those are the best options for trying to be happy in the quickest way possible.
What's the quickest way for you to feel happy?
It depends. When I'm alone, the answer is eating delicious food and sleeping.
What if I'm there with you?
It's seeing your smile. And when you're happy, those methods I mentioned earlier come with bonus effects.
Sounds like your to-do list.
Isn't it more like a checked and done list? According to the guidebook, doing these things can relieve stress and make you happy. It looks like you also agree.
Does it work? I want to try.
Which one do you want to start with then?
First, I'll give you a pat. Now here's a poke.
None of that was mentioned. I'll make sure to do things that weren't stated in the text later.
You tried everything. Which method is the best?
All of them have limited effects.
How? Didn't you feel happy a few seconds ago?
I felt happy because of you. The activities themselves weren't helpful. If you want more happiness, you should combine the methods from the guidebook. And make sure to take your time with each experience.
There are tons of details. Have you done this before?
It's just because I want to spend more time with you and do something fun. I've been a good boy. Won't you indulge me?
The mist hangs thick in the air. This is where Xavier and I agreed to meet.
Do you want to play a game? All right. 3, 2, 1, freeze.
What's in the mist? Is that his evol, or... I'll take a closer look. The mist fades, and Xavier's gaze becomes clearer.
This is our territory now, so you can't interrupt our date, Firefly friends.
The Fireflies have rejected your request for a conversation. Talking to them won't work.
Oh, you reminded me of something. I can use a light orb to lure them away.
Wow, I poked them, and they got even brighter. It's actually working. The Fireflies are moving elsewhere.
Wait, don't poke me. The light orb is becoming unstable. They're back. They won't listen.
Why don't we let the Fireflies join our date? They'll make this place look as beautiful as the galaxy.
We can try, but letting them glow beside us is a little annoying. After the mist cleared, these little light bulbs got brighter.
Since they won't leave, let's pretend they're not here.
Sure, we can just look at each other.
Is it working?
The fireflies keep hovering around you. Pretending they don't exist is hard. But since they like you as much as me, I'll let them off the hook.
Are you angry with the Fireflies?
They didn't make me upset.
Are you mad at me?
No. I don't know what you're even talking about. I just want to tell you a few things when we're the only ones around.
Then why don't you come closer?
That works. It was an excuse. What I want to do is hold you close in a place that belongs to us.